Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Adventures in the Forgotten Realms draft here on the channel. Before I dive in, I want to remind you, if you enjoy this video, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe for more content. And without further ado, let's get to the draft portion. I always love this feeling, the sensation of waiting for the pack to come. And we have opened up pretty solid rare. It's not game-breaking, but it is nice to have this upside on a land. Just the ability to essentially pay 6 mana because the land does count itself. So you have to still have it untapped. Sure, you can make it a dragon, but if it's not untapped, it's useless. But that's pretty solid. In the uncommon slot, Chaos Channeler is another card that I really like. Bruno Battlehammer is quite powerful. Goblins is okay. I definitely think Chaos Channeler is a consideration here. This card can take over the game if left unchecked. The commons are a bit weak in this pack. The best common may just be Underdark Basilisk because 2-drops are so important. I found myself prioritizing Contact Other Plane less because I find that more than 2 copies really doesn't work in a deck. I think I'm going to take the Chaos Channeler over the land. I do like the land, but Chaos Channeler is very good, and I like having cards that are relatively cheap. 4 mana is not nothing, but it demands an answer, which I like. Bruno Battlehammer is nice as well, but it is a gold card, which I don't often start my draft with a gold card because it leaves you so inflexible to potential developments. In this pack, I'm not a huge fan of Loathsome Troll. A 2 toughness creature for 5 mana is just not great, even if you can get it back sometimes. I do like Krydle of Baldur's Gate. This card is maybe the best card in the pack. I mean, it probably is just power level wise, but again, it's a gold card, so that's an interesting consideration. The other cards I like in this pack are Shambling Ghast, Armory Veteran is not good, but it is the same color as Chaos Channeler. I'm not going to let that bias me too much. I think that Shambling Ghast is a decent amount better than Armory Veteran. This is just like a vanilla 2/2 if it needs some help. This card is just good no matter what, especially if you're defensive. And then Arboreal Pegasus is okay. I think I'm going to take the Shambling Ghast or the Krydle. And I think I'm going to settle on the Krydle. I think Krydle is enough better than the Shambling Ghast that it's worth taking here. Herd Gorger is also quite solid. But I'd rather start with something cheap early on, I think. I don't know where that sound came from, but this card is an absolute beating. It's very difficult to beat this card. Having played with it once and played against it a couple times, it feels very hard to beat this card. So I'm very surprised to get it here, and I will probably be playing this card, even if I have to splash it. The other cards that I like in this pack, Valor Singer is solid, Shambling Ghast is solid. The white cards are not particularly anything to write home about. Getting one of these third pick is a bit odd, but it is a gold card, so I can see it. Like a world where you take in, 2 uncommons are missing, so they could have been pretty powerful uncommons that are monocolored, but I would just jam this card and then try to splash it no matter what, pretty much. So we have ourselves some flexibility here. We could try different color combinations, but easy Skeletal Swarming here. And then I might take Shambling Ghast or Valor Singer out of the pack next. Okay, so we want to play green or black, and then splash the other half, or just play straight green-black, which means something like Monk Class gets a lot worse. I do want to try Monk's Class at some point, but I think Skeletal Swarming is so much better that it's not worth jeopardizing that. It's a solid card. 4 mana to bounce something. 2 mana, you can get a little bit of a discount. 4 mana, you bounce something, and then you start getting some card advantage, which is nice, though it is slow. There are some white equipments that aren't particularly good. The Scion's okay. I think I could just take the Underdark Basilisk, though. Get a 2-drop. Stay on color with the Skeletal Swarming. Monk Class is the best card in this pack. It goes in a whole new direction, though. Between this and the Scion, probably, but I'm just going to take the 2-drop. Wow. Another interesting pack. I love me a Blue Dragon. Just a great top-end card. Really nice, feature for a ramp deck of some kind. Maybe blue-green. I like Soul Knife Spy in my decks that care about attacking. It works well with Krydle. And then there's just an Owlbear to keep myself green. I like cards that don't demand much of you as well. So that's a perk of Owlbear and Blue Dragon over Soul Knife Spies. This card needs to hit them to be good. These cards, you just play them and they're good. There's also a Eye of the Beholder to go with my Skeletal Swarming. Red has not seemed particularly open. I just really want to play this Skeletal Swarming. Black has seemed maybe not open either. So maybe I'm supposed to play blue-green, but I know that I want to play the Skeletal Swarming, so I'm just going to stick to that a little bit. Give myself some much needed flexibility here. And now I'll take Spoils of the Hunt. Solid green card. I do like Trickster's Talisman, specifically with the Owlbear. It's a really good combo, because then you can make like a 3-mana Owlbear. But I don't know if I'm playing blue. I could just play straight up black-green. There's a Demogorgon's Collection, which is solid. Spoils of the Hunt is just good, solid removal. Late Hobgoblin Captain, but I'm just going to take the Herd Gorger. I could play red-green, I guess. But I'm just going to keep taking the green cards, solidify myself, and give myself flexibility in pack 2. That's a really good spot to be. I'm not a huge fan of the Circle of the Moon Druid. I do like the Herd Gorger. Getting one late is nice. Wow, another Owlbear. We're trying to figure out what else is open. Maybe white. These are, I mean, the Portable Hole and the Steadfast Paladin are both good white cards. But another Owlbear is nice. Let's look at our curve. So getting this Basilisk was pretty nice. It also works well with the spoils. And Owlbear is good. So, off to a solid start. I think this card's actually pretty nice, too, for stabilizing in a blue deck. Okay, what do we want here? I'm going to take Contact Other Plane. I don't think we need it, really. But we could play blue-green and Splash Black. Ooh, something happened. Magic has hosted me. Welcome in, everybody from Magic. Whoever's at Wizards of the Coast enjoying the stream. Howdy. Now I'm just going to take the green card because why not? There are some red cards still in the pack. But we'll just keep taking green cards. Wow, wow. Whoa, all green cards. That's wild. I like this card. I also like this card. This card's a little cheaper, and I already have 2 Owlbears, so I'm not going to need another 5-drop as much, so I'll just take a good 4-drop that can give me some life. Sure, we'll take the only playable. And not that I love having that card. Shortcut Seeker, potentially playable. Ooh, Cursed Idol. I think that card's main deckable sometimes. Okay, so this pack. Well, Battlecry Goblin's great, but red did not seem open pack 1. I didn't see really any of the strongest red commons, even though I did see some red cards. I just stay open, Miso. Dungeon Crawler. I mean, I didn't see any good black cards either, so I think blue-green looked the most open. And I do like this Displacer Beast, just a very powerful card. There was also some white cards, so Priest is nice for that. I do want to splash this. Blue-green has some tools to splash. I could also just jam Evolving Wilds, but I think that's a little bit too ambitious. And then the only green card is Underdark Basilisk. I think it's between the Displacer Beast and the Priest of Ancient Lore. I think Displacer Beast is a little bit more on color. Blue seemed more open than white. I would like Evolving Wilds, but I think I'm just going to take the power level pick here over the Basilisk as well. Well, this is interesting. So the rare is missing, but there's a Power Word kill in the pack. And if I'm splashing black, I'm going to want this card. Blue-green struggles with removal. There is another Owlbear, but to be honest, that might even wheel. I definitely want to be splashing black at the very least, if not playing it as a main color. And this is a really, really powerful removal spell. If I wasn't taking this, I would take the Owlbear, probably, though. Okay, now there's a Herd Gorger. There's also a Demogorgon's Clutches. If this gained 2 life, it'd be a little bit better for my deck. Not a huge fan of this card. It's too expensive for the stats you get. I do like the Herd Gorger. I'm not sure if I'm playing black as a base color, in which case I wouldn't play this at all, so I'm just going to take Herd Gorger. We'll find ourselves in an interesting spot. I haven't played with this card yet. I don't think it's very good. Like, my first evaluation was that it was an F. It is a value engine. I like the Troubadour a little bit. Gets you some consistent venturing, even though green doesn't really venture a lot. And then there's the spoils. I'll take Troubadour. If I can venture twice, I can get a treasure. which helps me splash the skeletal swarming, so I like that. And I really want to try the card. I haven't played with it yet. Nice 2-drop for my deck. You just need to get some 2-drops in this set. Played instrument once, went 7-0, didn't use it once. Nice brag. Go, Ned. It's so funny when you zoom out to the, like, macro and you're like, wow, what did I just say? What sentence did I just say? People have funny usernames on Twitch. Okay, I don't love Split the Party. I guess I can take Eyes of the Beholder. Having a copy of that's okay. I don't need to prioritize the contact other plane because I can get another copy some point. Deadly Dispute. I think Deadly Dispute's the best card in this pack. Horde Robber. Would I like a 2-drop like that or another 4-drop? I think on the off chance that I end up straight up black-green, having a random 2-drop like this could be okay. At the very least, it makes my opponents not want to attack me. Feign Death, what is that good with? I don't know. Kind of good with a lot of my top-end guys. Check for traps coming back around. Nice, decent 2-drop. I have some Ventures, so the Fates Reversal is okay. Looks like I got enough black in that pack to just play straight black-green, which is nice for my mana. Kind of wish I'd taken the Basilisk in that first pack now, but that would have been a very tough pick when I still had good odds of playing blue. And I could still switch back in towards blue. Ooh, nice. The Vorpal Sword. I like this card a lot. Just makes your creatures all very scary. Makes your skeletons pretty scary too. So nice equipment here. Plate armor is great, but I'm not playing white. Not sure if I like Shesra even in this deck. I like Clattering Skeletons, think that's solid. Bull Strength is okay. Spiked Pit Trap's okay. We've kind of settled into a nice deck here, though. Probably don't need the Spare Dagger now. I've got better equipment. Wowza, let's go. Werewolf Pack Leader is a great card. Green has seemed very open, so that's nice. I do think Dungeon Map is also pretty solid, judging from stuff I've heard, but easy Werewolf Pack Leader here. What is happening? I don't understand. I started with a red card, and there wasn't a single red card in the entire first pack, and then there's a pick 3 Meteor Swarm. What is happening? Oh, no. I'm going to take the Reaper's Talisman, I think. I have enough creatures. 11 creatures. I have a decent amount of creatures, and this card is really good if you put it on a creature. What is happening? Oh my gosh. Well, this card's just really good. Just really helps stabilize you. And now there's a Find Your Path. There's also another Hill Giant. I'm just going to take the Hill Giant. I just take a lot of Hill Giants. I don't mind having 3 copies. It's a lot of life gain. It's really irritating for opponents. Maybe the Find the Path will wheel, and I might play it too. Okay. Well, I don't like the Dryad. I'm not playing blue anymore. Druid class is not my favorite card. I don't have any life gain synergies. If I did, my deck would trigger it a lot, though. Hey, guy, I got past it. Pick 3. I don't like the Dryad. It's just too low impact. The Zombie Ogre's okay. Double Black's a little tricky. Oh, man, I'll take the Druid class. I'll try it out. I'll give it a chance. I've been hating on this card for a lot, and I've only played it like once. And it did not perform well, but still. Okay. You find a Cursed Idol. Fates Reversal. I'm not going to play any of these cards. I guess I'll just take an uncommon then. Build the collection up, you know. Combat Trick, there's a random 2-drop. There's some red-green stuff. Just take Bull Strength. I'm not going to play the Herbalist. Ooh, Underdark Basilisk. So 3, 4, 5. I have a decent number of 2-drops. I'm just going to take another removal spell, maybe. I have some big guys, so this should be a decent removal. Hit trap, sure. Wow, late apprentice. I think blue-green was the most open, just pack 1 and 3, but I just kind of got there. Ooh, another 2-drop. Nice. I like that way better than circle. Moon Druid. Ooh, Find the Path came back. Nice. I have a lot of big stuff, so I'm going to play this. And I have the Troubadour. I would not splash it. I think when you're splashing, it's a major cost, and there's not great fixing in my deck. I was considering splashing around until I got like a decent number of black cards in pack 2. Black was not open in pack 1, but it was enough open in pack 2 that I could still build a deck. What's good, Zood? Zood, the chosen one. You were supposed to be the chosen one. You were supposed to bring balance to the Force. You're supposed to destroy the Sith, not join them. Okay, so I have to make 7 cuts here. So the first thing I do is I make power level cuts. I already have 2 equipments. I do not need Spare Dagger as another equipment. I have 1 removal spell, 2, 3 removal spells, 4 removal spells, so I do not need Spiked Pit Trap. I like having access to some enchantment interaction. And I haven't gotten to main deck that card yet, so I'll try that maybe. Okay, I don't like Circle of the Moon Druid, just from a power level perspective. I have 13 creatures, so I probably want to cut some non-creatures now. I could cut Druid class. I don't mind cutting that. I don't love the card. I like having removals. Bull Strength is not really what this deck is about. This deck just, like, plays creatures, gets value, trades them off, uses removal. I have a lot of 2-drops here. How many creatures do I have at 2-drop? I'm not going to really cut a creature, I don't think. I could cut Fate's Reversal. I don't have any, like, super important cards to get back. And I only venture a little bit. Deadly Dispute's also interesting. Do I do any stage acting? I do not. Maybe I should consider that. That sounds like it would be fun. I do like memorizing things, so memorizing lines would be fun. I think this card's okay, and I want to keep my creature count up. I think my only venture is this guy, really. Which makes this card a lot worse. I'll just naturally get up to the Herd Gorger mana. Anything else that I now want to add back after seeing my deck? Bull Strength. This card does not seem really perfect in the deck. Bull Strength seems okay with some of my attackers. Yeah, this seems fine. Let's run it like this for now, and I can always make changes later. 9-8 seems like a fine split, because this is double black to equip. But yeah, that is going to do it for the build. I'll see you folks in the matches. Before I get to the matches, I want to give a huge shout out to all of the patrons who support my work at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas, and special shout out to those at the credits level. Now is a great time to join the Patreon, with Adventures in the Forgotten Realms right around the corner, because the Patreon is where you will find my card-by-card grade spreadsheet for the format, also known as a tier list. So if that's something that interests you and supporting my content is something that interests you, then the Patreon is a great intersection of those things. And there's also a host of other cool rewards on the Patreon as well. I truly appreciate everyone who supports my videos on the Patreon. Thanks for helping the channel continue to grow and thrive, and let me upgrade my equipment with microphones and cameras and things like that. It really does make a big difference, and I appreciate you. Without further ado, let's get to the matches. Welcome to round 1. I was just talking about how I'm probably going to cut Eyes of the Beholder, because I don't really need it. I already have a lot of 6-drops, and I can just put in something cheaper. Knoll Hunter. Knoll Hunter. About to be a Reaper's Knoll Hunter. Okay, soon. I just want to make sure this thing doesn't get through. That would be bad. What you gonna do, buddy? I'll play your artifacts the entire game? Let's go. Oh, they have a good artifact. That's not good. This card hits like a truck. The Vorpal sword. The Vorpal blade with snicker snack. He left its head, and he left it dead, and with its head he went galumphing back. That's right, I've got the Jabberwocky memorized. If Chad is especially nice to me, I'll recite the entire thing. Even though this is probably a different Vorpal sword than what they're talking about, because that looks like a Medusa's head. Ah! Oh, Kurjelly. That's a really good combo with Death Touch, I'll tell you that much. Getting to that point where, yeah, they could just lose if I draw a couple more lands, which is nice. I'll trade with your guy, buddy. If I draw a land here, do I just equip this to, like, set up for lethal? Ah! Nice little trading action. Don't do it! No! I'm too young to die! Oh, what is happening? I am lost. I'm lost in the woods. Do I double block? What could they have? So they could have a removal spell. So they could have a removal spell. If they have instant speed removal and I double block, I just lose the game. So if they have a combat trick, I'll try to beat it. Goodness. I will attack. Not much can go wrong here, though. If I do live another turn with this thing, it's really good with the Vorpal sword. Yeah, maybe I was supposed to wait. I don't know. Yeah, if I'd waited a turn, I would have just won guaranteed, probably. Nice. Ever notice how do you want to build a snowman sounds like Papa, can you hear me? Let's see. Do you want to build a snowman? It doesn't have to be of snow. I never see you anymore. Open up the door, it's like you've gone away. We used to be best buddies, and now we're not. I wish you would tell me why. The problem is I don't know what Papa, can you hear me sounds like. Do you want to build a snowman? Okay, bye. Dang, I don't know what Papa, can you hear me sounds like. I know what Do You Want to Build a Snowman sounds like. Fiddler on the Roof. The only song that I know from Fiddler on the Roof is If I Was a Rich Man. Yabba dibby 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 dum. All day long I'd yabby dabby dee. If I was a wealthy man. Oh. They have to jump block. Do you want to build a snowman, but say, Papa, can you hear me instead? Three wins for Mythic. I got 3 wins until paradise. Leave your cards, we leave tonight. I got... No, now I'm in a musical mood. Look what you've done, chat. You've created the musical monstrosity that is Nikolai in a musical mood. Actually, I wouldn't consider myself a monstrosity. I would consider myself a visionary, obviously. Ooh, the combo. It's a combo. Valid, Meyer. Let's go. Nice to see some excitement for the musical Nikolai lifestyle. The Hill Giant. I forgot to change the deck to get the Eyes of the Beholder, but it's going to be fine here. I have lands. Maybe I wasn't supposed to block there, but if I don't block there, I'm going to take a lot of damage from it over the course of the game. I was punished in a massive way by drawing that second spoils. When I used to play music, that was pretty rare, though, Cornball. That was pretty rare. Because usually I was recording... Whenever I was recording for YouTube, I wasn't doing it. Oh, gosh, I'm so dead. Oh, I made such a mistake. Oh, I should have just kept my guy. Spoils would have saved me. Oh, I'm so dead. Oh, my foolish hubris that I would draw a spell that I could cast. I've used my hubris so wrong. I'm dead, except I'm at 1. And I thought I might draw a good spell at some point, but I didn't. And now I'm dead. Feels bad, I could have won this game. Yeah, that was my B. I'm gonna concede. I'm already dead, but I'll concede anyway. That was a yikes. Oopsie daisies. I don't think it was an unreasonable block. It was just given the context of my hand and then my next draw step. Yeah. Long-term viewer Cornball flexing on the rest of chat. Let's go. Cornball's always an exciting day when Cornball's in chat. Always an exciting day. Counts as 2 losses. Of course it does. Was I supposed to block? Probably not, given that I had the thing and I can just kill their 3-drop with it and then be off to the races. Tough. Bum, 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 bum. I think it's defensible, even if it's incorrect. Ooh, on the draw, I'm going to keep this. I have a Bard to play. Ooh, the Vorpal Sword. If I draw a thing, I have a little bit of a curve out here. I've got a 2-drop, kind of. Oh, Cat Says Hi is going to come back as a channel reward, Cornball. It's just, I don't have I'm not in the same city as my cat at the moment, and so if I did cat says hi, it would not work out very well. Ooh, I see you, skeletal swarming. So now this is just like a survival game here. Get rid of any card that can kill me quickly. Well, this card's a piece of work. Go away, Flame Skull. Nobody likes you. Oh, it exiles? What? Ah! The shambling ghast is coming for me. The bell tolls for you. Okay. I am totally going to just let the pack leader die. I will trade it for a shambling ghast. No, I won't. Joke's on you, opponent. Haha. Get wrecked. I would rather kill the hoarding ogre. And now I'll let them trade. And I have 6 points of life gain here. Yeah, the swarm is strong. Very much so. I have to be careful that they don't hit me with the Vorpal Sword and just win instantly. It was darkest before the dawn, and the skeletal swarm was ready for winning. I'm waiting on the world to change. Gosh. I just really like singing. Ooh, that's something I could do tonight. I could go find a place to sing karaoke. Good thinking, chat. I'll give you some of the credit for that idea. Okay. Hit me with your best shot. Okay, well, this is going well. I don't need a swamp. I'm mostly a green deck. I don't even need to block. Oh no. Would we say that's avoidable? Was I supposed to play around that? I don't know. Probably not. That's just unfortunate. Oh my gosh. Maybe I was supposed to play around it, but I doubt it. I doubt it. I'm going to cut the eyes of the beholder because I already have 3 6 drops that are better. And then I'm going to add in this spiked pit trap because it's a mana cheaper. Is that even worth doing? Maybe I should add something else in like this rando. Let's try him. I'll give you a second chance, Moon Druid. I already have a cursed idol. Oh, gosh. That was tough. I felt like I was in good shape there. Ugh. Icky. Icky, icky. Tang. Oh, gosh. Monty Python and the Holy Grail just has some random moments that are so funny. We are no longer the knights who say ni. We are now the knights who say... I don't know exactly what it is, but I always thought it was like, icky, icky, patang. Ni. Oh, gosh. The Herd Gorger. You betrayed me. I put my faith in you, and you let me down. Bring us a shrubbery! And then it has that, like, music, like... I'm so dead. This is unfortunate. Ouch. The UNT. Well, this is not going well. We will scry for a swamp. For swamp and glory. And they brought us thine swamp. Very small rocks. The only MTG player that doesn't. Maybe just the only person, period. Oh, of course they have price of loyalty. That's not good. Well, it turns out that I'm not paying my noble workers enough money for their services. Like, obviously, I'm supposed to pay these people more. This troubadour doesn't work for nothing. Neither does Herd Gorger, apparently. Ah, yes. My loyal people. Living in the land of the green tree, the forest. Before the Elf Queen will aid you, you must find a way to cure the strange rot that affects the forest. Well. Know this. Ah, yes. Oh, many creatures. Salutations. Of course, the swamp comes now when it's literally irrelevant that it was a swamp instead of another forest. I shall gaineth thine life, and be deadeth on board. As long as they realize that thine sepulchral ghoul can sacrifice. Oh my gosh. My creatures are traitors. They are all traitors. Oh my gosh. You hath betrayed me, Herd Gorger. For the last time. For this deck has gone 1-3. Yikes. Well, I didn't expect that outcome. Not gonna lie. The price of loyalty really got me that one game. And the other game I lost. I lost multiple games to price of loyalty. And then I lost the one game to trading on turn 2. Because I never drew another creature that I could cast, really. Yikes. Price is clearly S tier, obviously. I mean, it's solid in the red-black deck there, it looks like. But just going 1-3. I thought the deck was pretty solid. I think the deck was pretty good. Important not to be too results-oriented in terms of the fact that I felt like I had a solid deck and then I drew, like, mediocre hands consistently. Like, my hands that I lost with were just not the best, but they were still keepable, I think. And then I just, like, got color screwed that last game, kind of lost a price. I mean, Herd Gorger just absolute unit when my opponents used it to attack me. Skeletal Swarming, I lost the game because they took my Herd Gorger. I don't know, Vorpal Sword was pretty good that one game that I won when I was, like, living high. I was like, wow, this deck is so good. I've got, like, a lot of good cards, and oh, gosh. The deck was pretty solid, I think. The Underdark Basilisk trade was probably bad, because then I could have spoiled one of their creatures. But that was just a weird game anyway. Pretty funny. If you made it all the way to the end of the video, in the comment section down below, leave hashtag betrayed to let me know you made it all the way to the end of the video, because my creatures were not on my side most of the time at the end there. You can also hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed the video. Let me know you liked it. Hit the bell icon when you do subscribe, or if you're already subscribed, hit the bell so you get notified when I post future videos. I don't really know what the difference between hitting the bell and not hitting the bell is, but I looked at the stats on my channel, and apparently my bell ratio is below average for YouTube, which I don't know what that means, but it makes me feel not as happy. I don't really care, but I thought it would be nice to have a higher bell ratio. The bell ratio. Also, if you want to catch the Twitch stream, check it out, twitch.tv/NicolaiBolas. You can join the free NicolaiBolas Discord server. Those are both linked in the description down below. You can read my articles. I wrote an article called Early Tips for Adventures in the Forgotten Realms that you can check out. That's linked in the description as well. And as always, if you would like to support my work and gain access to some cool rewards in the process, you can join the Patreon, patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. There's been a ton of support this month, and I really appreciate everyone who has joined. You can also gain access to my card-by-card grade spreadsheet, my tier list, if you join the Patreon, and it's a couple bucks a month, and it helps me continue making content. You can also find... you can also support my work by using Amazon Prime. If you do have that, you can link your Amazon account and your Twitch account, or just make a Twitch account. It's free, and then subscribe at no extra cost to yourself, because Amazon lets you do that, because Amazon owns Twitch, which is really cool, and a great way to support my work for free if you already have Amazon Prime and are using that, so pretty cool. And then you can also donate directly if you would like to do that. There's a link for that. But yeah, that is going to do it for this video. Pretty fun draft overall. I actually had a lot of fun, even though we were losing, because I was using my inner music to fuel myself. But that sounds so odd. What am I saying? Just have a good day, folks, and I'll talk to you folks next time.